What's up, everybody? Matt Gajewski here, back again with the Odd Shopper channel. And today we're talking USFL bets for week 3. Before we get started, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all other content goes live. We are also brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, and we have a deal available for you guys where first-time DraftKings Sportsbook customers can make a deposit of $5 into their account. Place a wager of $5 or more between now and May 28th. And if your bet wins, you will receive $150 in addition to the cash winnings from your original wager. Your first placed wager of $5 on any pregame money line will be your qualifying wager. So that does not include money line markets that are not included in this promotion. Example, golf. Bonus bets are paid out 6 bets in the form of $25 bonus bets. Bonus bets are valid for 7 days, and that is exactly 168 hours from the time that wager was made. Bonus bets are placed in the customer sportsbook account. Failure to use the bonus bets will void the award. The bonus bet amount is not included in any earnings or winnings. Bonus bets also not redeemable for cash, non-transferable, and non-refundable. 1 qualifying bet per customer, and this excludes odd boost, profit boost, bonus bets, cash out bets, and voided bets. And maybe you could take advantage of one of these bets. Again, this is a money line wager, so it needs to win. And right now in the USFL, the biggest money line favorite is actually the Philadelphia Stars. They're minus 260 on the money line, so that's something you could take advantage of. Birmingham's minus 250. But let's get into this. There's 4 games on deck. We're going to talk about 2 of them. Just to briefly touch on the Breakers and the Stallions, that's a minus 6.5 spread in favor of the Stallions, 48.5 total. It's a really hard one to bet because you look at Birmingham, they just absolutely demolished Memphis, and they won 42-2 the prior game. They won 27-10 over the Generals. I want to fade this team, but I don't think the Breakers are the team I want to look at. We're also 2-0, and they've gotten by in 2 shaky wins, 22-15 over the Maulers, 38-31 over the Gamblers. This team's going to lose at some point in time, but the spread seems accurate to me. I have no interest in the total. If anything, I'd probably bet the under, but that first game's tough. The second one, the Showboats take on the Houston Gamblers. It's a 3-point spread, 43.5 total. I actually wanted to buy the Gamblers, but I thought we were going to get a better line. Now, I'm still going to play it, but man, this line is not great. The Gamblers, I think, were a little bit of a buy low because of turnovers. They've had 5 interceptions from Kenji Bahar. He fumbled as well. They also had a Davois Whaley fumble in week 1, which is egregious. But this team's been pretty decent overall. When you look at their first couple of games, they lost to the Panthers 29-13. Well, that game was 16-13 heading into the 4th quarter. They had some obviously just egregious turnovers in that game. And then last week, they averaged 6.8 yards per play compared to 6.1 against New Orleans, and that ended up being a loss. I mean, this team had the better yards per play in that game, and Bahar has actually played pretty decent, excluding the interceptions. And again, they're not all his fault. One of them, you had TJ Pledger essentially just take a pass that was on target. Instead of catching it with his hands, he batted it into the air as if it were a volleyball, and the defense immediately caught it. So this isn't all on Bahar. All this to say, Houston's a team I want to buy. I just wish we were getting a better number on this. Again, I'm going to play 3, but it's not a number I love. When you look at the other side of this game and you look at Memphis, they've easily been the worst defense to start the league. They're averaging, I guess I should say, allowing 9.6 yards per pass attempt. That's worst in this league. They're allowing 4.9 yards per rush attempt. That's 3rd worst in this league. You can basically move the ball on them any way you wish. And right now, Houston should be able to do that. They've been moving the ball pretty well themselves, but it just hasn't resulted in the win-loss column. So we're going to lay the 3 points with Houston for our first game. That one is on Saturday night. And we move to Sunday. We've got a pair of games here as well. Pittsburgh Maulers, Philadelphia Stars. This game is a 6.5-point spread, a 41.5 total. This is one I'd be looking at towards the under. Just don't love the number, 41.5. You have Pittsburgh Maulers, who have not scored yet on offense. Their 2 touchdowns have come on special teams and defense. And this team has averaged 3.3 yards per play, followed up by 3.1 yards per play. 2.9 if you adjust it. It's a terrible team. But they've actually played good defense, which is why the under could make some sense here. 5.2 yards per pass attempt is 2nd in this league. 3.1 yards per carry allowed is 1st. Their dominant defensive line has showed up with 4 sacks. it's a good defense. And Philadelphia, they have been highly suspect in the offensive line. Almost got Case Kookus hurt. And for everything this team does well, this team can't really defend. So it's kind of like, all right, you've got the worst defense facing the worst offense. What wins out? Which is why I don't love the number in this game. It's come down. If we could get the opening number, I think I might hit the under, but this is currently going to be a stay away for me. Last game, New Jersey Generals, Michigan Panthers. This is my favorite bet of the whole week. New Jersey Generals +4 against the Michigan Panthers. This is one I'm all over. You look at the Panthers, they actually shown a lot of improvement this year. They beat the Gamblers 29-13. We talked about that game a little bit and the errors that caused the wide gap in the score that largely came on the Gamblers side. But then they beat Philadelphia 24-10. It was a lot of the same. They had a couple turnovers that went in their favor. So we're talking Case Kookus interceptions, fumbles that shouldn't have occurred for Philadelphia. And that game was also played in the rain, in the cold. It was a very tough game when you're an air raid offense that runs 4 wide every single play. But Michigan capitalizing, credit to them. But with that said, on the other side, New Jersey, this is a team that was a playoff team last year. If you were seeding them, probably would have been the 1 seed heading into the playoffs last year. And what happened to them? Well, they played the Stallions in week 1. They lost 27-10. But we talked about this on last week's video. New Jersey turned the ball over twice, and they had 3 turnover on downs. Those occurred at the Birmingham 25, the Birmingham 10, and the Birmingham 1-yard line. That's literally 3 scoring drives that resulted in 0 points in turnover on downs in the red zone, except for the 25, but in the red zone or right outside the red zone. They also absolutely gashed Birmingham on the ground, which is the reason why Birmingham's run defense is still so low in the overall rankings of this league. So we know we have a dynamic rushing attack, especially with DeAndre Johnson under center, Kingston Davis, Darius Victor. This is a good rushing attack overall. Now, they're facing a Michigan defense, which appears to be top 3 in run and pass defense. But again, I think the level of competition is a bit different here. You face the Gamblers and the Stars. Meanwhile, on the other side, New Jersey, they've faced Pittsburgh and Birmingham. So kind of the best team and the worst team in the league. But regardless, we'll buy the Generals here. And we'll take the points at +4 as our best bet of the week. Let me know in the comment section what you think of these USFL bets. You can follow me on Twitter at Matt_Gajewski. Otherwise, good luck, everyone. We'll see you again next week.